my vlog. So, in today's vlog, I am going to be showing you guys how to clean blenders. The blender that I am going to be using is by Juicy Retreats. It is this one here, and it really is an all singing, all dancing blender. Most of you probably have got various other juicers and blenders, or you might have kind of one of each. The reason I went for the Juicy Retreats one is because A, it has a huge capacity. So this is a 2 litre, this jug, so it holds an awful lot. And because we're a family of 5, I just prefer to make it all in bulk, so it's done in one swoop, and all of us can then have like a smoothie or a milkshake. This you can also cook as well, so that was another added bonus for me. You can make hot foods in this as well as beverages like coffees and different hot drinks, so that was really good as well. That was another tick in the box for me with the Juicy Retreats blender and juicer. And it also has a smaller jug as well. You can also chop with it as well, so it's got like a chopping motion. So if you wanted to like add some nuts to your smoothie, I mean we're all nuts here, so we don't need any more nuts, but you can if you want. And I just found this one to be the best in terms of if you're a larger family and you know you've got a few kids kicking around that want juices and smoothies and stuff, and also if they bring friends over, it just makes life so much easier. I'm going to be making a few different concoctions during this vlog. Today it is a super warm day, so to start off with, I'm going to be making smoothies. We're going to make them in the 2 litre jug, and then I'm going to pop them in the jars that we have, and the children can then take them along on the journey with us and have a nice refreshing drink. These are the ingredients we're going to be using to make our smoothies today, and you can obviously get these in a well-known coffee shop. I won't say the name, but it would set you back for a family of 5 easily over £15. All of the ingredients I got for today cost well under a £5, and it will fill the whole contents of this jug, and will fill the cups as well for all 5 of us. So what you're going to do is add your berries. I love, love, love the fact that you can get like frozen fruit. Obviously, if you have fresh fruit as well, you can use that as well. I did actually on my Instagram, so if you haven't added me on Instagram yet, head over there and add me. I did add on Instagram the other day about food wastage and different ways you can stop wasting so much food, because I was so guilty of that. I'm not going to use the whole bag of these. I've used like kind of half the bag, which is fine. Oh my god, it smells so nice. And then you're going to add some ice cubes to the mix. But if you do have any fruit that's about to kind of go past its sell-by date, just blend it up in one of these and it will be absolutely delicious. Okay, so that is about right. For this, I am going to be using juice today, but you can add things like coconut milk if you like it. I'm not a great fan of coconut milk, but if you guys like it, you can. Almond milk is another good one you can add to it. It just depends what your kind of taste is and what you like. So this is kind of the liquid part, and look at the colour it goes. It kind of almost goes like a sunset orange. So nice. Okay, so I've used the whole carton of the mango, and then I'm literally just going to pop the lid on to the Juicy Retreats blender, and then you can turn it on. And for this, there's 2 different settings that I can click. One makes it a lot more smoother consistency, and then the other one keeps it a bit more solid still. So if you want it a bit more solid, but you can continue to press this, and that just gives it a quick pulse, and you can hold your hand down on that for as long as you like. But for today, I am going to be using this one here, and that will go from 2 minutes. If you're happy with the consistency, that is cool. You can pour it into your glass now. We got these from a store. They were like £2 for 12, I think. And these are super handy for smoothies and juices and stuff. If you're not happy with the consistency, you can either press this button, and that will just whiz it up a bit longer. Or you can go ahead and reset it. And for this, I'll press this one, and that will run for 1 minute 30. Okay, that is now done. I am happy with that consistency because I know that my children will drink it at this consistency. I personally like it a bit more kind of not as smooth. I like to taste the pieces of fruit. My children, however, are quite the fussy eaters and drinkers, so they won't. But that's absolutely fine for them. So I'm going to pour this now into the cup, and we will get Miss Sienna to come in and have a taste. Oh, it smells so nice. I'm going to call Sienna down now and get her to try the juice that we've just whipped up. Sienna!
What?
Hi, Chi.
Hello.
Do you want to try this juice? Try it and tell Mummy what you think.
Oh! Amazing.
Do you like it? So is that a winner, that juice?
That's a winner.
That is a winner. And you can bring that with us now on our...
Oh, can I actually, please?
Yes, on our little trip out. So pop it back on the side, go and get your shoes on, and we will head off.
Oh, we're going?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
The drinks are ready and good to go. We're going to be heading off in a second, but before I do leave, I'm just going to show you guys a really easy way to clean your blenders or juicers. In tomorrow's one, I am going to be showing you a non-kind of organic way of cleaning a blender. Today though, I'm going to show you guys how to do it with just using a lemon and some bicarbonate of soda. As I said to you guys earlier, juicers and blenders are a haven for bacteria. So I did a bit of investigation, and an online study revealed that in various different kitchens, the surfaces came up kind of spotless and were really good. But then when it came to swabbing the actual blenders and juicers, there were traces of things like E. coli found, because I do think people sometimes maybe, I don't know, like we're all so busy and it's kind of just like, oh yeah, that's done, quick. And you forget that actually these things have got like food going through them. And what happens with food? It goes off. So this particular blender that I've actually got, it has got really good features in terms of cleaning. And actually, if you head over to their website and have a look, the way they tell you to actually clean the machine is simply by using washing up liquid and some water and then running it through on one of the settings. But for the purposes of this vlog, and I know some of you guys don't particularly like to use those type of methods, you prefer kind of like more organic methods, I'm going to show you this way as well. So what you want to start by doing is giving the stuff that you've been using, so the jug and the lid, a really good rinse out. Use hot water, don't use cold, the hotter the better. And then once you've rinsed it out, you can then go ahead and squeeze the juice of a lemon into it with the bicarbonate of soda, and then we are going to run that on one of the settings. As you probably all know, lemons have antibacterial properties, so that's why we are using the lemons in this. But as I said, you don't have to use this method. I have got another method coming up. Okay, so now that's been kind of rinsed out, I'm going to then fill it a little bit more with some more hot water. I'm going to do it to the 750 mark. And then I'm going to add the lemon juice and the bicarbonate of soda. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of that. And bicarbonate of soda is really good for eliminating bad smells and odours. So if you have this one you can actually cook stuff in it. So I use a lot of garlic in this. Never ever smells of garlic, like it's the worst in the world, you know. Can you imagine you go to then have like a strawberry smoothie and it's actually not a strawberry smoothie, it's like there's definitely a hint of garlic in there. It's not ideal for anyone involved. So I'm now going to go ahead and add a tablespoon thereabouts of the bicarbonate of soda, and then that is going to go on a blitz for a couple of minutes. So this is the setting I'm going to put it on. It's the one that's shaped like a carrot, and I think it's an apple, or it might be a cherry. Either way, it's this button here, and I just click that and it will run for a 2-minute cycle. Complete. All I need to do is empty that out, and I can just give it one last rinse with some hot water, and then that is ready to be used again. We're heading off out now for the day. I'll be back again tomorrow to show you another creation that I am going to make in the Juicy Retreats blender. This time it's going to be hot, and I'm going to also show you another cleaning method for your blenders and juicers. We're just in the car heading to the shops. So in my blender and my juicer, I am going to be making a lunch, and then I'm going to be showing you how to clean it. So we've got the kids with us. Me and Robbie the Ranger are on our way to the grocery store to get all the bits and pieces we need for this, and everyone is super excited to try my delightful treats that I am about to make in the blender for lunchtime. Aren't you guys? Yeah. Right, so we've just got back from the supermarket. I am just washing up a few things and unpacking the stuff that we've got, and then we're going to go ahead and start making a lunch in the blender. Okay, so I have cooked off the pancetta that I'm going to be using. That is going to go into the blender with all the other stuff that I've chopped up and prepared. So basically what I'm going to be making today is a soup. I'm going to try and kind of do a minestrone type soup for lunch for me, Robbie the Ranger, and my 3 kids. And basically you literally just pop all the stuff into the jug. What you want to do is, I'm just going to throw in first the pancetta. I've drained it off because there was loads of fat coming off of it. I think it's because like it's a really fatty meat, I suppose. Okay, so that's gone in, and then these are all of my vegetables. So it's literally just celery that I'm throwing in, courgettes and carrots. And then once I've added all of this, I'm going to add all the liquid components as well. I also have some frozen onions that are going to join the mix too. And I've got some basil and some herbs. I think you can get this blender in the States as well, guys, which is good news for the people of the USA. Yeah, so that's all that packed in there. There's still quite a lot of room at the top, which is good because my chopped tomatoes need to go in. I'm also going to add some basil, or basil, whatever you want to call it, not to be confused with basil 40, because if he was thrown in here, it would taste terrible, and we would also be arrested because you can't just go throwing humans in a blender. I'm just going to rinse off this basil. And that can go in. And then I've got, like I said to you earlier, I've got these frozen onions, which are already prepped and chopped. The good thing about this blender is you don't actually need to cut the food that finely. So I buy these more for ease than the fact that they need to be cut into the blender, because they actually don't. And then this is just frozen garlic. So I'm just going to add maybe a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons, I'm going to say. I mean, there's a lot of garlic in there. But, and then you can go ahead and you can add a splash of your olive oil. Your tomatoes or tomatoes. These ones are actually plum tomatoes. Come on then. Oh, we've got a tomato situation. It seems to be stuck in the actual tin. I just hate ripping the tins right off, because, to cut a long story short, I once caught my hand on it, and it's really not an ideal situation to be in. I'm going to see if my knife will prise it out. This is just making me think of the film Sausage Party now, and the food being like, please don't. Okay, so that is out. Oh look, there's one little sucker left in there trying to hang on for dear life. Forget it. What you can then do is obviously season it. I've also got a chicken stock cube that I'm going to add. If you are vegetarian, you can alter it. That is then good to be blended up. And what you can do is, I'm going to bring this over here so you guys can see like the fine workings of the machine in a second, but there's an actual hot option. So what this is going to do is, once I've put the lid on and placed it on the actual stand, I click the hot option, and it basically cooks all the ingredients. So it will blend it up, it will heat it up, so you can do it with either a drink, you can make soups, you can make hummus, you can make mayonnaise, you can obviously make milkshakes, smoothies, juices. It literally can make a multitude of things. So this is why I really like this blender. So I am literally going to pop the lid on now, and I'm going to bring you guys down here so you can see it a bit closely. Okay guys, so here is the blender with all of our stuff added inside of it. What you do is you literally just press the on button and it switches it on. I do need to remove this sticker at some point, but it is just quite handy to have on there, because it shows you all the different, this is still quite new, so it shows me all the different things that I need to press. Anyway, so you literally turn it on and it will do that, and then there's a hot option here, and you literally just press that, and that is then going to start blending it up, all the ingredients, and it also heats it at the same time as well, so it like cooks it. And if any of it gets stuck, they've got a like spatula thing that you can use to move it around. So that is going to work its magic for the next 7 minutes, and then it will be done, and we will see what we have created. Okay, so it's been 8 minutes and it is now finished. You can put it on for longer if you want it slightly hotter, but just to show you. And I have already tried some and it is actually really nice. It's obviously not got the pasta in it, but that's fine because we have got bread to go with it. And I mean, they always say you shouldn't double carb, so not that I follow that rule at all. Now what I'm going to do is, I thought what would be quite funny is, right, so my middle son, Diesel, he hates vegetables, hates vegetables. He can't stand them. He won't tell you why, he just doesn't like them. So, I'm going to call them in a second for their lunch, which is going to be this soup with some bread. And we're going to see, this will be the real test, whether he actually eats it or not. I guarantee you though, he will not know that it's in there. So I use this for like all of my pasta sauces, spaghetti bolognese is like a huge thing in this house. It's like everyone loves spaghetti bolognese. And isn't that so funny? Because it's like, that was always my mum's like best meal that she did. And I think that's why I'm a dab hand at cooking a spag bowl. You guys should all come round sometime and try my spaghetti bolognese, because you will be like, this is delicious. And it's fine because if you're vegetarian, I do often cook with corn mince because I actually quite like it. The rest of them don't, I actually do. So everyone's a winner, everyone's welcome. So I'm gonna call them in now and I'm gonna see what Diesel's reaction is gonna be to this little concoction that I've made up in
Looks amazing.
Does it actually look amazing?
Yeah.
Does it smell nice?
Yeah. Is it hot?
Yeah, it's literally boiling hot. That's why hence the steam coming off of it. Do you like it, Sienna?
Okay, let's give it a go.
Give it a whirl.
It's really good, Diesel. That's hot. That is good.
Do you like it?
Where's mine?
There.
Good.
Well, that's way too much.
Okay, so the soup went down an absolute storm. Everyone loved it. It's all finished. It's been eaten. We are now moving on to the clean-up phase. So here is literally just some soapy water. Use fairy liquid or whatever washing up liquid you choose. Put the lid of your blender in there just to give it a wipe over. So this is being wiped over now. If you use your blender regularly and you're quite like hardcore with it, then it is an option for you to use Milton, which is like a baby sterilising fluid, or you can use any other brands, like Boots do their own brands. They're not that expensive, and obviously it's really safe as well to use on the components, and if you did leave any kind of residue in it, you're not gonna like keel over and die, fear not, because it's literally like baby sterilising fluid, so babies will drink from their bottles with it, hence why I am such a fan of the sterilising liquid. So this is the lid of my juicer, and this is obviously what the contents now looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this. I'm literally, to clean this, I'm going to use washing up liquid on this one because I've already given it a deep clean, but once I use this a few more times I will then use Milton in it to clean it. So literally it's the same process, but you just switch out the washing up liquid for the sterilising fluid, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to rinse the jug out. So I'm using really hot water here, just fill it up and get any of the excess liquid out. Okay, so once you have rinsed out the actual jug itself, like so, you can then go ahead and fill it with the hot water. And then I'm going to add just a splash of, what should we go for today? Should we go for the Fairy Platinum? I have got another flavour that I prefer better to this, but because it's tomato and it might be quite tough to get off, I'm going to use this. And literally, once that's in there, oh my god, look, a little bubble. That's a sign. That's a sign that this is gonna, all our wishes are gonna be granted. Let make a wish on the bubble. Oh my god! Let's see. I'm literally like magic. Okay, anyway, sorry, I was distracted by the bowl. And so once you've got the solution in there, you're gonna take it over to the blender. We're gonna put this on a blitz, and this jug is gonna come out shiny, new and clean, and it's all going to be done in a matter of seconds. So we are back at our blender. I am literally going to press this one, which is the fruit and vegetable sign, and that is going to blend this up, as you can see, and it's going to look like some sort of foamy milkshake, but actually this is going to be cleaning the machine. This setting takes 2 minutes. Okay, I think maybe we used a bit too much of the Fairy Platinum, and I didn't anticipate the strength of the washing up liquid. Because, I mean,
it's spilling out.
That has been like a proper explosion there. Like, the Juicy Retreats juicer has had a volcano explosion.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't anticipate this with the Fairy Platinum. Yeah. Do you reckon we need to empty it a little bit? Same. It's fine though. This is what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to spill out, but we can just tip it away. It's fine. And like, I won't use so much Fairy Platinum next time. Maybe only use like half a teaspoon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so this is the situation at the moment. It's kind of like some sort of
mess? Not a big mess?
I mean, I don't know if it's a mess. It kind of looks like some sort of
milkshake?
Not even a milkshake, like, I don't know, like
a tea bag.
Milk that's fresh from the cow's udder, I don't know. I think maybe that's probably the right amount.
Wait.
I think Mummy's put too much of this. I think this is the culprit.
Yeah.
Or potentially this.
Wait, how do you know?
Or we'll never know, but
wait, how do you...
too much of this and too much of this leads to too much of this.
Wait, Mum.
Okay, so that cycle has finished now, and I'm literally just going to tip the liquid down the drain, and then I'm going to give it one final rinse under the tap, and that will be perfect to use again to make some other concoctions. And as you can see, the blender is completely clean again now. See? Today what I wanted to do is a sweetie cake tutorial. Because it's Sienna, she is big on unicorns. Like, she is like her mama, she is her mother's daughter, and she loves a unicorn. Just putting it out there, I did not say this is healthy. Our cake should be looking something like this now.